Om Shanti, welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 28. Constantly experience an unshakable, immovable, and constant stage. Today's topic: work for the sake of service. Point for self respect. Holy Swan. What does my intellect know how to do? Discern. I am a holy swan. My intellect separates pearls of virtues from pebbles of defects, the way the swan separates milk from water. Practices. Step 1. I am a holy swan. My intellect has the power to discern. Step 2. My heart is with the Father. My hands do the work. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi ji.
Om Shanti. Relationships and actions. Right? Vishwaratananda was talking about how not to have attachment. And when we come to Baba, okay, I am detached, but others are not. So there will be pull, no? Not from my side, but when others keep remembering me because of lot of attachment or maybe the way I disconnected with them. So my understanding and the way I really took it, and that soul conscious relationships, that's what is needed. No? If I have Lokik mother, I have sisters, I have so many relationships. So when you start practicing soul consciousness, then you look at them as soul. And whatever is expected, you do that. It's not that you shouldn't. Like we have example of Brahma Baba. We will say that Brahma Baba was detached, right? He didn't have attachment. But when Baba's Lokik partner, Jasota Mata, we used to call her, she was in the end not too well. So Mount Abu was very cold. So it was arranged that she will be in Bombay with her son. And so she stayed there. But then there was nobody to take care. So Baba sent Nirmal Shanta Dadi to go and take care of her and let her leave body in a very comfortable way. Because when the soul is leaving, if it's really like care is there, support is there, so soul carries those sanskars. You will see as a child, now children have different kind of characteristics. And this is what in the end they experience, and then they come and they start behaving in a particular way. So what I'm saying that Baba also took care of his partner, right? There are many, one is attachment, one is my duty, and third is soul conscious relationships. And I know that when I had this feeling for my Lokik mother, that in 84 births, I have 84 mothers, and so I love everyone. Anyone could be my birth, my mother. So it's like it became unlimited and soul conscious. I know I couldn't do much for my Lokik mother, which I would have loved to do, but because also there is always this thing of where I should be, what I should be doing, and there were always a lot of service, lot of different places, so I couldn't be with Lokiks for a long time. Even now, because if you have invitation, Baba wants you to go somewhere, then you do it. But with the whole Lokik family, this soul conscious relationship doesn't leave any sorrow. They feel proud, they feel happy, they let you go. And I remember when one time I couldn't go. And one day when my mother said, no, you go, you do what you have to do. And anyone is not too well, and one person says, you should be here, she will say, no, we can take care, you go. We can't do what you're doing. Their bhavna changes and they support you in many different ways. Once I was in hospital, nobody was there, no sister was available. So my locking mother said, I will come and stay tonight. And then she's telling me, just imagine, I am serving you not because of my daughter, but you will serve the world. So that time I was kind of touched by that the way she is. And then start that bhavana in the family that you are doing unlimited service. So we shouldn't take your time. We shouldn't, that let me be free to do it. So I think if soul conscious relationships, so even now, like if you have low-kicks or you haven't served them or they against you, they don't like, just give lot of soul conscious love, soul conscious, and then you will see the change which happens. So it's not question of leaving or disconnecting, but it's making, just have a low-kick. So there is no attachment, but there is feeling. And it works in very beautiful way. Once I was given program, I was traveling Africa, and my Lokik sister was in Mauritius, and she was there for many years, Chandraben. She's my older sister, and so Dadi just said, Dadi Janki, you are so near to Mauritius. Why don't you go for 2 days? So I said, okay. When I went, she was having surgery, which I didn't know. And I could serve her for 2 days. And I said, how did it happen that Dadi told me and she needed somebody? And if I am there, it will be. So I'm kind of that when you are detached, then you will get to serve them at the right time. This is what I noticed, that your presence will be there to support if needed. So I think all of you, wherever you find, you still need to patch up, you still need, they pull you, that you haven't settled. Otherwise, they will also do mansa seva for you, that stay healthy, we keep serving. So I just wanted to say a few words on, we are detached, but if they are not detached, but that only happens when you have transformed relationship to soul conscious relationship. And then your thoughts, the support they need from you will definitely happen naturally. So that's one thing. Now here it says work for the sake of service. And I would say do actions with the feelings of service, that I am serving. Brahma Baba always used to write about, I am obedient servant, I am your servant. Word servant is little bit like, a paid worker. But here what Baba meant, I am at your service. And service again is seva. I am at your service. But generally when here service means you have to be paid, you have holiday, no? Word service connects with the. So I'm just trying to explain that what Baba is saying is seva. Have the feelings to serve. Like, I am here. So people come to me, they need little more salvation, they need little help. They feel they are hurt because of someone's attitude or someone's words. And I try to make sure that I have taken care of, they are healed, they receive whatever, and they're not big things. So one word which Dari Janki uses, very famous, is called Sukhdeva. Sukhdeva is one who gives, uh, it's not happiness because, yeah, maybe, but this is more like, hmm, yeah, make them content. It's very important. Everyone has contentment. So you get blessings, you get good wishes. But if we know this is my duty, I can only do this much. But somebody is asking for little favor. If I can do, I should, really do it because you get lot of blessings. So seva bhavana, in every department, seva bhavana, it will bring lot of cooperation, resources. People's blessings will help you a lot in many, many things. So that's what I believe is Baba's task, and I am doing seva. So Baba says, always remain busy in self progress and progress in service, and have good wishes for everyone. Self service, service, and good wishes for everyone. So Baba said, do not play your part on the basis of relationship, but play a part in a relationship to serve. It's a little bit you have to understand. Secondly, do not make perishable facilities your support. Baba says all of these are just for service. When we used to start centers 50, 55, 60 years ago, even in New York, when we came, we got a small apartment. But we had to buy a little carpet. And you will be surprised, myself and Gayatri's older sister. We bought a carpet and it's not we could afford, or we don't like to waste money in taxi. So both of us sold it and brought. And I sometimes think all those sacrifices bring some kind of, you flourished. Somewhere that sacrifice works. So that's what Baba means. I think that wherever you have sacrificed, lot of result also come. Even we had to buy, Dr. Nimla, myself, we were in London. There is Brahma Bhojan for 25 people. Everyone is busy. We both will go about 10 minutes, 15 minutes walk, buy everything. They are too heavy. So she will hold one side of the bag, I will, and we walked with her. See, that's from where we began, and what is today. So it's not that today, let's say I'm not able to do many things, but we have done a lot. It's not that very, very little things, big things. Then it came to cleaning. So I said, I will do vacuum, brush, I will do walkway. In India, we never do all these. You have to do walkway. And said, okay, you will mop, I will sweep. Because she was able to bend and I only like standing. So we did all that, in the beginning. So it's Baba said, it's like you do it with love, you do it with bhavana, and you forget that in India we were like big center in charge. And when we came to London, we were buying vegetables, cleaning, and that's what we did. Until then, family grew. And then one sister came and said, who buys vegetables? I said, we go and buy. From tomorrow, it's all right. I will fill the fridge. I will see what you all don't have. I will bring it. They have their store, so they start bringing juice, butter, everything. So I think action which is done in seva brings lot of multifold, you know, fruits or result. So Baba say use something for service and become detached. Baba says, do not let your mind be attracted by Baba says, by the attractions of the facilities. There shouldn't be any attraction. I want this, I want this. I remember that when first time this whole computer thing, there used to be something like a book, something, little computer, so I got it. And I am not a machine person. I don't know, it doesn't work for me. So I looked around, who could use it, who is the best person. Anything I got, I always look for the best, who can use maximum for service. So it depends, if you need it, you use it. But not depend on it, like all the time. So, seva bhav. Have feelings, we are at service. So it's same thing. We are for seva or we are at service. Because then these little things which happens because of you are in charge of department, it's your privilege, you have it. But you don't have any, you have to give to everyone, right? Like food, everyone should get. Accommodation, everyone has to get. Everything, everyone has to get. But how to make them happy? Sometimes little like, no, why? Too much demand, why this one? But it's always good to be loving, friendly, and just make everyone very satisfied and comfortable. I think that's called seva. You are at service, right? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Welcome, everyone. Oh, so sorry. Good evening, Didi. Avyakti Parivar, special welcome. Sometimes when you're given a gift, and you've been given a gift, but it's wrapped. And later on, when you unwrap it, you're even more appreciative of the gift. And I feel that's what this week has been, in that when Didi shares, whether it was with the teachers or on Avyakti Parivar, and as you're listening to these things, you're appreciating them as they're being said. But when you go back and read them, then it's like whole different layers open up. And I was feeling that from what you said yesterday. And I know some people won't have heard it because they were traveling. But this thing of being trained for sustenance. And another response that you had given when you were asked, you said that everyone has vibrations that create presence. So it's very easy to be aware of the vibrations of others. How can I be aware of my own vibrations and even the effect they have on others? And then how do I maintain or adjust accordingly?
I think our nature, our interaction, our verbal conversations, and of course, all that connected with our thinking. So let's say somebody is coming, now we know she will be doing this, she like that, whatever is your prominent quality, as soon as you come, your presence create that, oh, now body man has come, why she's so cheerful, she's so loving, automatically what you are, those kinds of feelings emerge. So your presence create a kind of, environment where everyone internally like, oh, now this one has come, so we will get this, or this one has come, let me be alert. That's the presence does, reaction and kind of response to what you are can be very clearly seen. No?
But it may not be seen by the person. Everybody's
Hmm.
emitting vibrations, and you were using Daddy as an example, but you may not be aware of the effect that your vibrations have on others.
Oh, they're not aware.
Yeah, I'm not aware of the vibrations.
No, but presence,
Your
it's not
strength.
vibrations. I mean, immediately some kind of, I should say that kind of air gets created, like some response to what you are is always there. And you might not be aware,
Okay.
but it's always there. Let's say somebody will come and we say, Dadi is coming, right? So we immediately kind of, oh, Dadi is coming.
Expectation.
So her energy, her love, her bubbling, whatever, response is always there. So everyone should remember that my interaction, my verbal conversation, my nature should be so good that when I am anywhere, people know that you are very good. Your intentions are very good, but maybe your way is not very good.
Yes.
So
Yes.
then naturally the souls, little
Sorry.
bit, I feel that people shouldn't be living in fear of anyone of any kind. But some people tell me also that, oh, we used to be so scared because you were so serious. I said I was serious, but there was nothing to be scared.
Right.
Because then they come to know why I am serious or
serious.
all that. And so I think that we have to be always careful that what my presence will create is very important.
And so what you were saying too, that every thought you have, every word reaches somewhere. And I just thought that was, again, it struck me. Can you elaborate on it? Every thought you have, every word reaches somewhere. How far does it reach? And
I mean, thought definitely reach, but also there is little more further. Every word you speak will be repeated somewhere.
oh, okay.
That means don't
Okay.
forget that if you have said it, somewhere they will talk about it or repeat it. So it's both ways, not only thoughts, but also words, Let's say I give you example that one day I was telling them we wanted to make this bhog. I was mentioning about bhog. And so maybe we should get. And I find somebody calls, we want to offer bhog, we want to bring this. So someone was ready to receive, and they do receive. And this way it happens everywhere. And that is why even if we have some thought but just be careful that they are for service of Baba. It's not for myself. I wish I could get that, it could be. But then for Baba, whatever. And I feel that thoughts do work. I don't know, it's a good example to share, but one day, in the beginning when Peace Village was new, right? There were many needs, many needs. Of course, there is always limited resources. Dadi Janki told me, I said, every time I come, they say they want this, they want. Daddy said, you said, okay, okay. So one time they called me, they want one pickup truck, they want one car and one van, something three. So I said, you got wrong number, call God. Because when I had three vehicles at a time, so I said, you got wrong number, you call God. But you will be surprised, I put down phone and all three came. Somebody had a thought in somewhere that I want to give pickup to Peace Village and I will pay every month whatever little is. Then, of course, I had approached and to someone I said, why don't you give your van to Peace Village? Something third also was there. So it seems like you have a thought and it's reaching out and it's being provided. If it's my desire is different.
Right.
It's for Baba,
It's
then
for Baba.
it comes through thoughts And a lot of things happened, inauguration. We were inaugurating this hall. Daddy Janki was here during inauguration. Are you worrying about something? I said, I don't worry, but this hall had to cost 35,000 when they were renovating.
Right.
But now it's 100,000 plus. So naturally, I'm thinking from where we will pay. Don't worry. And after everything, I went out. One brother called me and said, stocks are very high now in my company. I want to sell stocks.
Oh.
And it will be about this much, exact amount.
Exact amount.
I mean, I sometimes say, why there's struggle? Why,
Yeah.
It's not there is desire, but there is need. And so for everything, thought reaches somewhere. So it's not we have to creating a list now through my thoughts. But I'm just saying if there is really need.
But it's what you were saying earlier about Baba and the magic. And I think you're expert in knowing when to do and when to let things happen, when to make things happen and when to allow things to happen. Can you tell us the secret?
No, before that, one thing is, I remember that Vodivan never wanted property owned and was very happy, rented, services happening. And one time I just felt, I said, now is the time, Vodivan, let it be Baba's, right? And one day before the owner had come and told Vodivan, you all have to vacate or buy it. It's only difference of 1 or 2 days. So means sometimes like I feel that something had to happen, should be happening. I get that thought. And I said, okay, let me call. That was a
An
miracle.
amazing story.
And they
Yeah.
bought it, and they bought it with 100% paid because, it was.
It was just Didi's thought. And she said, speak to the landlord. She was very specific. She said, speak to the landlord on Thursday. And according to drama, I was resting and hadn't turned the phone off. I hadn't seen him in about 2 or 3 years. And on the Thursday, he phoned me out of the blue. And he said, I'm 10 minutes away. Can I come over? And it just went from that. So I know the power of
I get
Didi's
surprised
thoughts.
that at the right time, right thoughts emerge, and then
Yeah.
we are able to do that now.
And so it wasn't, I mean, was it just intuition or it wasn't a logical thing, I don't think.
I don't know, thought comes.
The thought.
I think if we keep our line clear
Yeah.
and have pure intentions and it's for Baba.
I liked what you were saying, telling that story about your mother and her recognition that your life was for a higher purpose. There's a story they tell that comes in the Bible, and it's Jesus as a little boy, and he got lost, and his parents are looking for him. And the dad thought he was with the mom, and the mom thought he was with the dad. And when they found him, he was at the temple, discoursing with the elders. And he said to them, don't you know I have to be about my father's business? And I think that's the answer for us too. I'm doing my father's business.
Yeah, Baba's task.
Yeah.
And Baba used to tell us that Baba opens new shops and his business, centers he used to call his shop.
Yeah.
But this has to be an awareness all the time.
Yeah.
This can help really all of us.
Yeah. And you also said, what you receive, you give to yourself. And then that's what you share with others. So then what they receive, they're giving to themselves. They might not receive it the same way as you're giving it. This interesting thing that you always have of how much is on yourself, that you're never going to blame somebody else or think somebody else did it for you or gave it to you. It's a really powerful.
Let's say with everyone, right? With anyone, or even with Baba or Dadis, many don't receive, in the sense of
Yes.
what they should take. So they cannot, in their, characteristic, give that.
Yeah.
Receive, what did you receive from other person is very important. That is looking at speciality or what good that person had been doing for you and for Yagya. It's receiving. And when you receive, you feel good, you want to thank everyone and all that. So receiving is important. And then you naturally give.
Right. But you receive, you're giving it to yourself.
1 second. Sorry. Mm.
Yeah.
So receiving is important.
Right. But that you're giving, the receiving can only be if you're capable of receiving, because people and Baba and everyone are
think that
giving good things. But
Whole thing is in life, I have to learn. Not only I have to do everything, learning is important.
Mhm.
And, today I feel at least whatever I am able to do is because I want to learn new words, new ways, until now I look for vocabulary, I look for how do we say, what way. People just keep going on. They don't see that I have to improve. I have to be better. And that is why until now, after 70 years, I'm able to communicate, whether with Brahmins or outside Lokik world.
We were marveling today that you don't forget either. We don't know how you retain.
I do forget,
all
but
this.
I remember at
No.
the right time.
Yeah. Okay.
In the house, we need something, we don't have. I said, you have in this closet at this time.
Yeah.
How do you, at the right time, I don't know how. I just remember.
Yeah.
No, because if they say that if you have, like Didi Mohini, she said, I asked somebody that write down next time in the meeting we will talk. Oh, I remember. And Didi used to say, why you have to remember? Write down. Remember Baba.
Yeah. Oh,
So we
nice.
are used to keeping our intellect mind free for remembrance and put everything on the paper. I'm just giving
Right.
that. So it's kind of training where what to keep in intellect and what let go. And then at the right time, your memory works in a very beautiful way.
Yeah.
That's what I find.
I remember Daddy, that sometimes when somebody would say to her, well, Daddy, I told you, you've forgotten. And Daddy said, no, Baba takes care of my intellect. So that she
There's
hadn't
something, that's what I
forgotten.
said today. Some miracle on it.
Yeah. That you've given it to him. Time?
Yeah.
Okay, because the other questions will take a little time, and I do want to ask you at another time.
You can ask them.
No, you're always very kind and inclusive. But in all honesty, how many powerful souls do you know?
How many? Everyone.
No, you see, I knew you would say that, and it's not true.
No, why I'm saying everyone has different power, no?
No. I mean powerful. And I don't mean the daddies and those who've gone, but I think there are very few truly powerful souls. Okay.
When I'm in India, even a group of kitchen anywhere, everyone is making good efforts. Everyone is, and I'm surprised because I think they're not spiritual, maybe they not remember Baba. I mean, few people might be, but majority of them.
How would you define a powerful soul?
No. So when I sit with them, they share their, stage, they share about their efforts. And so it's powerful, no, in the sense of.
I know she's very kind.
See, whatever they're doing, without power, they can't do.
All right, okay.
So I feel they have their own capacity, their power. And that's why I respect everyone. everyone, because the kind of seva everyone is doing is their power, no, their strength.
Well, the one thing I know for sure, that answer is coming from a powerful soul, right?
Who is
So-
not powerful here? So raise your hand. How many of you are
I don't think
powerful?
of myself as powerful.
How many are powerful? Change. Raise your hand. Everyone.
Oh, look at that.
Mhm. Everyone has some power, some capacity.
Some power, some capacity, but powerful.
But that's their power.
Yes.
For us, we could
Okay.
say some, but
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll leave it there.
yeah, nice to chat with you.
Thank you, Didi. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, thank you. And so tomorrow is Thursday, and we'll be starting our another retreat of regional coordinators. And we are so fortunate that we'll be participating with them for Amrit Vela and Murli and evening sessions. So tomorrow's schedule Amrit Vela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. We'll be connecting to Peace Village. 6:30 meditation will start. 6:45 Bhog offering because it's Thursday here at Peace Village. 7 to 8 we'll have Hindi and English Murli. English Murli will be in main room. Hindi Murli will be in breakout room. And then in the evening, 5 to 6 p.m., English Sakar Murli. Together with that, in breakout room, 5 to 5:30 p.m., Avikti Children Murli class. 6 o'clock, Bhatti will start. So please make a note here. From tomorrow, for Thursday, we'll be doing Bhog offering before our series starts. So from 7 to 7:30, we'll be offering Bhog, and then followed by Hindi series and English series. Anybody who would like to offer Bhog, please send your request to 516-717-9171. So now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi. And once again, we have our lovely sister Elizabeth coming up with beautiful song. Welcome.
Yeah, 1 second before that. We have, you all know Vinay Bhai, brother Vinay, who comes to help. Yeah, how many of you know him? Yeah, his sister from India is there. Where is she? No. Just 1 second. Come, आओ. इधर से आओ. He has 3 sisters. 2 live in USA, but she's in India. She runs the center and also works in a bank. And I told her just to come. And can you believe that she got visa in February? It's impossible to get date. It's impossible to get visa. And she got it. So she came with them. So yeah. एक दो लाइन बताओ कुछ थोड़ा ठीक से बैठ. She looks like Vinay, right? So
Om Shanti. Good evening. Thank you so much, Baba, Mohini Didi, and Kala Didi, and हमारे ड्रामा प्लान अनुसार लास्ट 2 years पहले दीदी से श्री फोर्ट में मिलने का मौका मिला. बहुत टाइम से मुझे मेरे लौकिक परिवार, क्योंकि हम 4 sisters and 1 brothers हैं, 3 sisters and brothers यहीं रहते हैं, मैं इंडिया में हूँ. बहुत टाइम से कह रहे थे आप यूएस आओ, यूएस आओ, यूएस आओ, बट मैं आऊँगी आऊँगी आऊँगी. 2 साल पहले जब दीदी से मिले तो दीदी को फर्स्ट टाइम मिले और दीदी ने हमसे कहा कि आप यूएस आओ, कोई दिक्कत है तो हम आपको हेल्प करते हैं और आपको लेटर देते हैं. तो हमने कहा दीदी ज़रूर. क्योंकि मुझे एक चीज हमेशा याद रहती है, दादी गुलजार ने
एक minute. She said that, yeah, there is translation. So she is just saying that, oh, her whole family is here and they keep.
ट्रांसलेशन हो रहा है।
हो रहा है. No, they're saying no. Okay, anyway, so she keeps saying, what is?
वो कह रहे ट्रांसलेशन हो रहा है।
They're saying no. Are you getting translation? In the Zoom is happening this. Okay, use your Zoom, yeah.
ओके। तो लास्ट 2 इयर्स पहले दीदी ने कहा कि आप यूएस आए, तो मुझे याद है दादी गुलजार ने मुझे कहा था कि जब भी आप बड़ों से मिलते हैं तो ये बड़े नहीं हैं, महारथी नहीं हैं, वास्तव में ये बाप दादा हैं। और इस चीज़ को मैं दिल से मानती हूँ कि आपका कहा हुआ सत्य वचन महाराज है, क्योंकि आप विश्व महाराजन विश्व महारानी बनने वाली आत्माएं हैं। इतने पूरे विश्व में आपने अपनी दृष्टि वृत्ति संकल्पों से इतनी सेवा की है। तो जब मैंने यहाँ के लिए अप्लाई किया तो मुझे हर एक तरफ से यही आया कि आपका वीज़ा नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि मैम आप अनमैरिड हैं। तो अनमैरिड का ये प्रॉब्लम आपको आएगा, आपका वीज़ा नहीं लगेगा। मुझे एक चीज़ याद थी कि दीदी ने कहा आप आओ, तो मुझे उसी दिन ये समझ में आ गया कि बाबा जो अविनाशी गवर्नमेंट है उसकी स्टैंप लग चुकी है और मेरा वीज़ा अप्रूव हो चुका है। और जब मैं वहाँ गई तो ऑटोमेटिकली 2 या 3 क्वेश्चन के बाद उन्होंने कहा कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन, और उसके बाद मेरा वीज़ा लगा। और ड्रामा प्लान अनुसार दीदी के कहने पे और आप सभी की शुभ भावना कला दीदी हमारी सामने बैठे हैं। दीदी इन सब की शुभ भावना से यूएस आने का मौका मिला। शॉर्ट टाइम के लिए है लेकिन बहुत स्वीट रहा, और आप सबसे मिलना हुआ, पीस विलेज को देखना हुआ जहाँ सभी दादियों के विशेष क्लासेस हुई, योग हुआ। और अभी वही अनुभव हो रहा था जब हम 7 से 7:30 योग में बैठे थे कि सामने दीदी नहीं, दीदी आप में मुझे बाप दादा नजर आ रहा, क्योंकि दीदी की स्थिति आप सभी जानते हैं। अभी हमारे लिए एक सब एग्जाम्पल है, अभी हमें कुछ मेहनत नहीं करनी है। मैं एक ही चीज़ समझती हूँ, दादी जानकी हमेशा अपने को गॉडली स्टूडेंट समझती थी, और ब्रह्मा बाबा को बाबा ने विष्णु का साक्षात्कार कराया था, लेकिन वो अपने को हमेशा बच्चा समझता था। और ओलंपिक का खेल जब भी होता है तो 100 से 100 लड़ता है और 200 से 200 किलो वाला लड़ता है, लेकिन हमें पता है अगर हम बच्चे से थोड़ा भी जवान होंगे तो माया भी हेल्दी बनकर हमारे सामने आएगी। तो अभी हम सब बाबा के बच्चे हैं, गॉडली स्टूडेंट हैं, दीदी की छत्र छाया में, बाबा की छत्र छाया में पल रहे हैं। हमें ज़्यादा कुछ भी मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। आपने कहा और हमने किया, और यही चीज़ है जो हमें आगे तक बाप समान बनने के लिए हमें सहयोग देगी। थैंक यू सो मच दीदी आपका, कला दीदी आपका, दीदी आपका भी थैंक यू सो मच।
भूमि
आपको
दीदी.
भूमि दीदी आपको भी थैंक यू। बहुत जब भी आपसे मिलते हैं आप बड़े प्यार से बहुत अच्छी भूमिका निभाते हैं। आज आज मैं शालू बहन से कह रही थी, दीदी का मैं पहले का फोटो देख रही थी जहाँ पे दीदी मम्मा के साथ में पापा के साथ में है, तो मैं कह रही थी भूमि दीदी भी ऐसी लगती हैं दीदी के जैसे, बिल्कुल फेस मिलता है भूमि दीदी का भी दीदी से। पता नहीं कौन से जन्म की दीदी की बेटी हैं, बट दीदी आप भी बहुत अच्छे से सेवा दे रहे हैं, हम सभी को
ये तो
सहयोग
जन्म जन्मांतर के
संबंध है। थैंक यू सो मच आप सभी का दीदी, थैंक
Okay,
यू
thank
थैंक
you.
यू।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Yes,
ओम शांति।
right.